Hey Taurus, welcome back, and anyone that's new, welcome here. All are welcome. All right, my lovely and beautiful Tauruses. As you know, before I got on and meditated on you Tauruses, and in the meditation, I got this energy of music, like really just in the beat of the music. So I don't know if you're like so into music, it's very therapeutic for you. I really got this energy of like it being very therapeutic. Okay, super therapeutic. I don't know if like that's something you do first thing in the morning, you put music on. I don't know, but I got a lot of music. You love music. You could be like an artist, like a singer for some of you, or you enjoy singing, okay, something like that. And then I received something about birds. I'm getting that a lot in the readings, but birds are significant. So I don't know if you're seeing a lot of birds. It could be your spirit animal, okay, something like that. You might even have a tattoo that's a bird on you. It could be something that's very significant to you, okay? Also, I receive you wear something very, very close to you, like a piece of jewelry. It's super significant to you. It could be a necklace, could be a bracelet, could be a ring, but there's something very, like an accessory of some sort. It means a lot to you, okay? So that's what I got in the meditation. If it resonates, fantastic. If not, just dismiss it and let's get into this reading, all right? Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. This is a general reading. Also, energies can be reversed. I could be talking to a cross-watcher. Also, Marines are timeless, so if it's for you, it will find you. Universal God and Spirit Guides, please let me be a clear channel for the collective of my lovely Tauruses. Thank you. Let's do this. All right, Universal God and Spirit Guides, what do we have for Taurus, please? What do we have for my lovely Tauruses? What do we have for Taurus? Adversity. Accept the challenges are the best way to learn. Absolutely. What else do we have? What else do we have for Taurus? What else do we have for Taurus, please? Denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. Okay. So I see a lot of awareness coming from you. And I feel like you're in this place of like, yes, I've had a lot of adversities, a lot of challenges, but it's the best way to learn. And that's a beautiful way to look at it, Taurus. I love that. In denial, I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. So maybe there's a place where you feel like you've been in denial about something and you're like, man, I've been in fear. But now it's time to step out of it. I'm hearing stepping out of your comfort zone, okay? Something around stepping out of your comfort zone, okay? Definitely getting that. All right, let's go ahead and pull another oracle card and see what comes out. Let's see what else we have. All right, Universal God and Spirit Guides, what else do we have for my lovely Tauruses? A time for healing. I love it. What else? What else do we have? What else do we have? Believe in the impossible, baby. Believe in that, okay? So a time for healing, taking that time for yourself, doing some healing work, going in, feeling it to heal it. That's what I'm getting. And then believe in the impossible. So something that you feel like is impossible, believe in that, because it is possible. It's possible for you. You are possible, right? Whatever you're doing, whatever you're putting energy and time into, that is possible. Believe in the impossible, okay? Love it. All right, let's go ahead and go to the overall energy and see what comes out, my loves. See what we have. All right, Universal God and Spirit Guides, what do we have for my lovely Tauruses for the overall energy? What's the overall energy for my lovely Tauruses? What's the overall energy for Taurus? Yeah, there goes a bird. It's just right there. There's something around birds, something significant. Okay, something significant about birds. Okay, the Queen of Pentacles for the overall energy. So I feel like this is a beautiful energy. This is someone who is showing up as grounded. This is someone who's also in the place of being nurturing and taking care of themselves. You're also taking care of your kids or your kid if you have kids as well. This is a beautiful energy. This is somebody that I see as like a lifelong partner as well. So you could be also showing up as that. Okay. You've got it going on is what I'm getting. I feel like you're also like, yeah, I'm taking care of the things that I got to take care of, something like that. Let's go ahead and go to the past. What's the past energy for Taurus? What's the past energy for Taurus? The Lovers. Okay, so in the past, there could have been a very deep soul connection here because we got the Lovers out. That's for some of you Tauruses, but for others, I'm getting this energy of like, I heard divine intervention for some reason. Okay, that was random, but I'm definitely getting divine intervention for some of you. Maybe there was a divine intervention between you and somebody in the past. It could also be the fact that with the Lovers, that's a decision. Okay, so there's something around some of you Tauruses like, I have this decision to make. Okay, let's go ahead and go to the current energy. What's the current energy for my lovely Tauruses? Four of Cups. Okay, this is a place of disappointment, right? So maybe you're in this place where you're sitting there and you're like, this is what's happened, and I'm upset about this. This didn't go the right way that I thought it would, or something like that, right? So this place is like a self-sabotaging energy, or just not looking at the gratitude of things, like all the things that you actually have right now, and being grateful for that. Okay, I also feel like that's why there's also a time for healing. You've been through it. Okay, you really have. You've had challenges, and maybe that's why you're in this place where you're like, oh, this happened, this happened, this happened. But finding the gratitude, the blessing in it, the things that didn't work out, there's always a blessing in something, okay? Something like that. We'll see when I clarify, okay? It could be that you transitioned over into a different perspective in the current energy, so we'll see. All right, let's go ahead and go to the outside energy. What's the outside energy, please? The Death card. So really much transformation on the outside. You could be in a place of transforming something. Something's changing in your life. Something's shifting in your life with the Death card on the outside. Or it could be someone you're connecting with. Let's go to the challenge. What's the challenge, please? What's the challenge? 10 of Pentacles. There could be a business involved here that feels very challenging at this time. This is also something about how you're looking at your own abundance. It doesn't even have to be financial abundance, but how you're seeing abundance, okay? Something like that. Okay, for a very select few of you, Tauruses, I'm getting some of you could be married and there could be a challenge at this time in your marriage. That's a very specific message for somebody. That's just very specific. Let's go ahead and go to what you're not aware of. 7 of Cups and the 4 of Swords. Okay, this is about healing something. This is about healing some form of illusions for some of you. That's very interesting that I'm getting that, but I'm definitely getting some of you are needing to heal something. There's an illusion around something, taking the rose-colored glasses off. Okay, maybe you saw somebody for who they truly were, or you're seeing some things for how they are or truly are, you know, something like that, situations. I also feel like this is about healing something that's caused emotional overwhelm, okay? There's a lot of confusion, emotional confusion, healing that. Because when you're in that place of confusion emotionally and you're overwhelmed, overstimulated, it can cause a lot of, I'm getting something around your nervous system. Wow, some of you Tauruses have been having a lot of overstimulation, overwhelm in your life, and your nervous system is dysregulated, so you're feeling like you need to cleanse. Okay, I'm getting cleanse, and however that is for you. Could be with crystals, taking a salt bath, decluttering, something like that, but it's doing things that are going to be grounding is what I'm getting, because it could be that your nervous system feels dysregulated. Okay, let's go ahead and go to the possible outcome. What's the possible outcome, please? What's the possible outcome, please? Oh, 9 of Swords. In your head, overthinking, okay? You're struggling with something that you're overthinking. You're overthinking something, but somebody needs to believe in the impossible here. Okay, a lot of you Tauruses. All right, let's go ahead and clarify, and then I will pull advice. Let's go to the Queen of Pentacles. Why the Queen of Pentacles, please, for the overall energy? Why the Queen of Pentacles? Some of you like the color purple. It's random, but I'm getting that. Very randomly getting that. You could be wearing purple at this time. Okay, King of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the King of Swords. Wow, we got 2 kings out. Some of you could be trying to decide between 2 people. I will say, if that's the case here, there's one that specifically matches your energy. Someone who is like a life partner, someone you could spend your life with. Okay, that's for a select few of you. Others, There's someone that may be kind of detached on an emotional level, okay? So it's a very cerebral energy. I'm also getting from you, though, for the overall energy, I feel like this is about trusting your own intuition, really working on that on a day-to-day basis, really following your own intuition. I feel like you're in there's some form of decision you've made and you're like sticking to this decision, whatever that is, because you feel like it's best for you, best for your family, best for your situation, something like that. And you're following your own heart, you're following your intuition. I love that, okay? This is about really nurturing yourself. I also feel like I get a very strong vibe from a Taurus that is nurturing their like spiritual side, their emotional side, okay? That's beautiful. Let's go ahead and go to the Lovers. Why the Lovers? Why the Lovers to the past energy? The World, the Ace of Cups, and the Temperance. Beautiful energy, a new cycle of balance, being connected, very connected to your spirit guides, okay? I feel like a very strong connection to like someone that has passed, right? And I feel like what's happening here, that World card with that new cycle, there's Ace of Cups, it's a brand new beginning in love. Could be with someone specific here in the past. There was deep soul connection for some of you. But for others, I feel like this is your heart chakra opening. There's this energy of creativity flowing. You're very balanced here in the past. Being patient as well. I love that. Let's go to that Four of Cups. Why the Four of Cups for the current energy? Why the Four of Cups? The Eight of Swords, you're in your head. Six of Pentacles, the Hermit, go within. Okay, there's battles within yourself. You've been dealing with this battle within yourself. You're in that Eight of Swords. It's a mental imprisonment. This is the Hermit going within. You could be someone who's also like a guide or a spiritual guide or teacher of some sort. If you don't know that by now, you are somebody that has that knowledge to really share, okay? So getting out of that fear for some of you, the Six of Pentacles, I feel like some of you are also overgiving your energy and your time currently. That could be why there's an overstimulation, overwhelm, and that's why I feel like your nervous system is dysregulated at this time. And it's so important to get into balance, do things that are going to be grounding, okay? I'm getting really randomly potatoes, eating root vegetables. I'm getting potatoes very strongly. Okay, I'm just getting a lot of messages about that. But I definitely feel like this is like the battle within yourself, struggling to get out of this fear of some sort. Yeah, there's something going on with that fear. You're in your head a lot. Let's go to the Death card for the outside energy. Why the Death card? Why the Death card, please? Four of Cups, Two of Swords is fear, Ten of Pentacles, and that's the challenge. So you're having a hard time getting out of this fear, and how you're looking at something could be transforming, but it's a struggle. This Four of Cups has been denial, self-sabotaging energy. You've been in fear, okay? But I feel like that's transforming. This Ten of Pentacles is in the challenge, like I said, and it's about believing in the impossible, because there's something around shifting your perspective around abundance. Now, like I said, it doesn't have to be financial abundance. It could be abundance literally within self, looking, because it comes from within self first, okay? That could be the struggle too. You've been through challenges. You could be going through some form of financial struggles as well, okay? That could be the fact that why there's a challenge in a connection of some sort, or a marriage with some of you, okay? Let's go to the Ten of Pentacles. Why the Ten of Pentacles? The challenge, Judgment, Eight of Wands, Page of Pentacles, really working on something here. This is about birthing into something new, almost like getting clear on something with the Ace of Swords, getting that clarity, working on that. So there's something around sitting with yourself, maybe doing a meditation practice. It's a time for healing, because I feel like there's been a lot of chaos within yourself, okay? It's also the way you've been seeing something, perceiving something. It's all about that perception, right? So really believing in something that you never thought could be possible. It's really about that, baby. Really about that, okay? And I feel like what's going on with that challenge is like, yeah, you know, you're struggling. There's a lot of death and rebirth going on with you, I feel like. So I feel like that's what's going on. And it's like the challenge is like getting clear on something, working on getting that mental clarity. There's a lot of detoxing energy that I'm getting, like maybe going through a detox, okay? Could be helpful. Let's go ahead and go to the 7 of Cups and the 4 of Swords, for which you're not aware of. 4 of Pentacles, you're hanging on to something. The Emperor, taking action, being disciplined. 5 of Swords. Okay, so you're holding on to, for some reason I'm getting a belief of some sort, or you're holding on to fear. And that's why I feel like it's a time for healing, because 5 of Swords is also out. That's a self-sabotaging energy, okay? You're very confused and conflicted. I feel like there's something going on in your life where it's dysregulating your nervous system. Your nervous system is very much dysregulated at this time. And that's like the main focus right now. I'm definitely getting that. To get clear. That's what I'm getting. To get clear. To getting out of your head. Okay. It's really causing a lot of chaos internally. Okay. I also feel like there's something around releasing and letting go of us, like I said, fear, a beliefs of some sort, something like that. Letting go. There's something around the ego mind as well, like releasing that, like not believing your own thoughts, because your thoughts can tell you lies a lot, especially if it's very negative. Okay, let's go ahead and go to the 9 of Swords. Well, the 9 of Swords for the possible outcome. 6 of Swords, Queen of Swords. I love that, because shifting your perspective, you are doing so. You are in this place with the 6 of Swords, where I feel like you're moving on into calmer waters, releasing the past. Okay, you're very clear with the Queen of Swords. You're like, yep, I'm very clear on this. This has something to do about a perspective in some way, shape, or form. Shifting, you're moving away from a perspective of some sort is what I'm getting. Oh, how did that happen? Interesting. This was stuck under the 5 of Cups. So when you shift that perspective, you're going to find your greatest joy. This is the happiest card in the deck. That was very much interesting. This was stuck underneath the 5 of Cups. So it's about, once you shift that perspective, you're going to see a huge difference. It's not going to be that 9 of Swords anymore. I feel like because you're going to be moving into calmer waters, working towards that. Some of you could be really working on healing that inner child and shifting a perspective. And once you do, you're going to see your greatest joy. You're going to see a lot flourish in your life, okay? You're going to be happy. You're going to feel that joy within self, okay? Let's go to advice. What advice do you have, please? What advice do you have? 6 of Wands, the Chariot, and the Moon card. So this is interesting here. This is, I'm getting a lot of Cancer energy. You could be connecting to a Cancer, or you have a lot of water in your chart, okay? This is about getting out of that fear, having that willpower. So solar plexus energy, which is where your self-esteem comes from, and putting yourself out there. There's victory and success to be had here. You are being recognized. You are being seen. Okay, some of you were meant to be out there, to be seen, because some of you do have that energy where you are a spiritual leader or guide, and some of you don't feel like you're capable of this, but you are. So believe in the impossible, my loves. All right, let's go ahead and pull a mindful message card and see what comes out. All right, Universal God and Spirit guys, what do we have for Taurus? What else do we have for my lovely Tauruses? Self-appreciation. I will find a moment throughout the day that I can dedicate to myself. Find a comfortable space and bring a pen and paper. I will write a letter of appreciation to myself where I will pour love into who I am and all that I do. Appreciate yourself. Okay. I hope this helped. And I will see you guys next time. I love you so, so much. One love and namaste. Mwah.